Welcome to my show. I'm Braelin, and I'm currently a PhD candidate studying the dynamics of interspecies relationships. Specifically, I'm researching how these relationships pertain to food culture at an award-winning restaurant. The bulk of my field research came from observations at the James Beard award-winning Sweetgrass Cafe. During the time of this recording, I walked into said restaurant and my olfactory senses were seduced by the smell of cinnamon and roasted pecans. The scent permeated the air like the smell of that well-dressed elderly woman in the grocery store who passes you and leaves behind her scent of white diamonds even though she's already moved on to get milk. As I was saying, bread pudding. It's been like a dessert since the 11th century, and as it bakes and I inhaled it, I felt connected to the past, as if that circle of life shit they sang about is actually a real thing. So I'm outlining my dissertation research, like now. Okay, so here it goes. Title: Understanding Interspecific Relationships as they pertain to food culture and an award-winning restaurant. A dissertation by Braelin Acker. That's me. Submitted to the graduate faculty of the Licorn University School of Liberal Arts in fulfillment for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the Department of Interdisciplinary Studies. Acknowledgements. 4 years ago, I entered Licorn University's interdisciplinary PhD program by the skin of my teeth. My GRE scores were beyond abysmal. To be honest, I was hungover when I took the test. Obviously, that didn't matter because my uncle Tobias Acker is a famous alumni and he used his influence to get me admitted. So thank you, Uncle Toby, for being a famous journalist, writing lots of books, making a ton of money, and using said money to fund the construction of the new football stadium. Maybe next year will be the year we win our first game. I would be remiss if I did not thank my academic mentor, Dr. Giuseppe Marino. Thank you for the love and support. But most importantly, thank you for showing me that magic really does exist. Your guidance through this entire process has been priceless. When I first came to Licorn University, I was not sure what to expect, but Dr. Marino enlightened me about the atmosphere that surrounds the Gulf Coast. It's actually quite mystical. He assured me that the mythological beasts I read about as a child were in fact real. And as a burgeoning social/anthropological blend of social scientists, I had to be sure that Dr. Marino and I were on the same page. You can't mean, I started to ask.
Yes, it's all real. It's amazing they can tell your fortune from tea leaves,
he replied. But I was referring to unicorns, I said flatly.
He said, "Oh, I thought you were referring to the Shadow Man and his voodoo priestess wife. But yes, unicorns exist too, and yes, you can see them even if you're not a virgin."
After an awkward silence, Dr. Marino proceeded to tell me about an exclusive award-winning restaurant that happened to have a narcissistic unicorn as its manager. At first, it was hard to me to fathom a unicorn as a narcissist. But then I remembered Lady Amalthea from the classic animated tale The Last Unicorn, and what a cunt she was to Molly Grew. If you haven't seen the film, it's currently streaming on Netflix. You should totally check it out. But that's when I realized the focus of my dissertation. I wanted to examine the interspecific relationships among staff members as they pertain to food culture in a prestigious restaurant dubbed the Sweetgrass Cafe. And due to the fact that we are living in the digital age, I was allowed to submit my field research in the form of a podcast. I also want to thank the general manager of the Sweetgrass Cafe. His name is Mike Thibodeau. for allowing me to record the social interaction of his staff with my iPhone. I also need to express my immense gratitude to Mike for clearly explaining to me how to get to the restaurant. Today's episode, I decided to call The Refugee because it centers on the staff's reaction to Mike's hiring of an anthropomorphic spider who sought asylum in the United States.
All right, looks like we have over 300 reservations today. By Saturday, we should probably have around 700 for brunch. We're approaching Mardi Gras, and lots of guests want to come to have that New Orleans experience. So that means the waitresses will be topless, yet covered in beads. Ladies, you should be excited, because there's nothing that calls a man to spend more money is booze and tits. That combination should impact your tips. So I will be topless as well because I'm management and I must lead by example.
Last time I went topless, I didn't get any good tips, so I'd like to pass on going topless this year.
I wanted to take my top off last year, but they wouldn't let me.
Well, Nora, it's probably because you have ugly tits. And Sugarcube, you can't take your shirt off because you're a cook. And don't interrupt. It makes you look stupid.
How do I look stupid? I was just saying, last year during Mardi Gras, I didn't make that much money when I went topless.
Did you just hear yourself? Well. It's nice for you to join us, Mincinos. Did your girlfriend forget to set the alarm, or is she retarded and couldn't figure it out?
Well, first of all, she's not my girlfriend. She's my fuck buddy. No strings attached. Second, she has a hard time reading because she's dyslexic, and numbers make things very complicated, so I set the alarm. I'm late because Mike had me stop by the grocery store and pick up some rice.
Glad he made you do it, since you fucked up the order during the busiest time of the season.
Whoa, dang, Mimi. Don't come barking at me because the order got screwed up. You're the one that signed off on it.
Sorry I'm late. My alarm clock's broken.
Hey, Chalmers. Why didn't you call me back?
I had to get rid of my burner phone. The heat was getting too close, you know? But that doesn't mean I don't want to hook up tonight.
Can I have everyone's undivided attention? Now that our dishwasher and kitchen manager have arrived, I have some unfortunate news to report.
Mimi, I didn't know you reported the news. I thought your major was hospitality, restaurant, and tourism.
Sugarcube,
Yeah?
stop trying to think. It really isn't a good fit for you.
Okay.
I'm only trying to help you, Cubes, okay? You believe me, don't you?
I think so.
Cubes, you're thinking again. Just stop.
If you need to take a mental staycation, I just picked up my last batch. You can't offer drugs at work, Chalmers. That's illegal.
Nora, you know what? Just leave my meeting. I'm tired of your hideous face. You're sucking up all the precious oxygen in this room right now. Keep your shirt on if you want. Cool. Whatever. Awesome. Just get out. Leave my meeting.
It's illegal, and I'll have to report you to the police.
Don't you have silver to roll or ketchup bottles to marry? Just go. Go do some work. This part is for the kitchen staff anyway. Bye now.
Is she gonna call the cops?
Nope. Because I stole her cell phone.
You didn't even touch her. How did you get it?
I stole it when I was taking money out of her purse. The money that she owed me, so don't get all judgy.
What is the terrible news you need to tell us, Mimi?
Thank you so much for keeping us on track, Mincinos. Fucking Nora. Always have to be about her and following the rules. Little Miss Goody-ass two-shoes. Anyway, and everyone knows how the general public doesn't want refugees here and shit, right?
Yeah. Keep your war over there, man. This is Licorn. We don't behead people here and shit because we're not barbarians. We're civilized.
Absolutely, Chalmers. How's your grandmother, by the way? Wasn't she suffering from, like, dementia or whatever?
Yeah, she was getting on my mom's nerves, so we decided to put her in the least expensive nursing home possible.
See, that's how we are different from barbarians. Chalmers' mom couldn't have her mother beheaded. No, that'd be awful. There'd be no nursing home bills to pay, no prescriptions to fill, or having to spend time listening to what it was like before the internet. Chalmers is suffering like a true American and taking care of his grandmother.
What does this have to do with us?
Well,
We fired one of the refugees. He starts today.
I was getting to that, Mincinos. How do you know he starts today? You're probably lying, like all Pegasus do. It's in your nature, right? Like our president, who's half Pegasus. You know that, right? They're liars. All liars.
You were taking too long. Mike wanted me to train the new guy anyway.
Oh, Mike wants you to train the new guy? You, Mr. I can't order enough rice for the Mardi Gras season? Sugarcube, what's the most popular dish in our restaurant during Mardi Gras?
Red beans and rice?
Are you asking me or telling me?
Yeah.
Stay with me, Cubes. Sugarcube, who has an IQ of a half-eaten muffin, knows that red beans and rice is the most popular dish. A muffin, Mincinos. A muffin without the top. She would damn well make sure to order rice for the week of Mardi Gras.
The problem is solved, Mimi. Get over it. This new guy, he should be here any minute.
That's just great. Is he the one of those people from Syria? Because all those people are terrorists, even their babies.
There's no way that babies could be terrorists. How would they hold their guns?
With the little baby terrorist hands, Chalmers. How else?
He's from Rasan, tiny island right off the coast of Syria.
God damn it! Doesn't he even know how to get here? Like, we're more invisible than Diagon Alley is to muggles. We don't have a giant alley wall for him to tap on, you know.
I told him how to get here. He knows how to get here.
So you told him the truth. Does he know that he has to go through the Lafayette Cemetery?
Oh, hell yeah, because I told him.
Did you tell him that he must enter through scratching the tomb at the north end of the cemetery?
I did.
That's the only way he can enter, Mincinos. We're a very exclusive restaurant. Not everyone can eat at the Sweetgrass Cafe. I've read online that even Lady Gaga couldn't get a reservation. We're that exclusive. We've even turned down the Queen.
Of England?
No, a pop. You know that is, right?
Taylor Swift?
Sugarcube, just stop while you're ahead. I'm talking about Madonna.
He knows how to get here.
Is that it, Mimi? I'm gonna fill the sinks and get the dishwasher put together before we open.
For the most part. You guys, I want to tell you, before the refugee gets here, that it's not your fault that this restaurant goes down the shit creek. It's the foreigners. Once people find out that we hire terrorists, they're not going to want to eat her anymore.
Then Lady Gaga could get a table.
No, Sugarcube. Does it hurt to think? Because you just get things wrong. I just want you to know that I'm not the one that's fucking you guys over. Well, neither am I. Who are you? Mike hired me. I'm really happy to have a job. I promise I'm not a terrorist.
Interesting. An outsider has been introduced to the established group dynamic. Not only is he from a different species, he comes from a different country. What impact will Mimi's narcissism have on Itsy? Does Nora really have ugly tits? And if so, why would that prevent her from getting beads? These are just some topics we're going to consider when we meet again. Thanks for listening. The Sweetgrass Cafe is a new podcast, so please give us a rating and review. We'd really appreciate it. The show was created by Lauren Rose and Erika Reynolds, and it was written and produced by Erika Reynolds. Music was provided by purpleplanet.com, and the sound effects came from freesoundeffects.com.